Let's discuss the report 2025 US toy market data. In the toy export business, this information is worth watching fully. Let's start with the overall picture. According to data from market research firm Circane, the US toy industry pulled off a comeback in 2025. Annual sales rose 6%. Average price rose 4%. Sales increased 3%. You know, this industry has been stuck in a slump for the past 2 years, increasing sales and prices simultaneously. The market is warming up. Behind this round of growth, there are several key trends worth unpacking. First, adults are the core toy consumers. According to data, adult toy sales rose 18% year on year. This group is a major force in toy consumption. So why are adults starting to buy toys? One word, emotional worth. Some buy Lego to distress. Some buy trading cards for nostalgia. They buy RC cars. It all comes from consumers who never got enough toys in childhood. Core consumers are shifting from children to forever young adults. The second category shows clear performance divergence. In 2025, sales of games and puzzles jumped 37%. Exploration and other toys grew 20%. Construction sets rose 15%. These three categories accounted for 92% of the industry's growth. Games and puzzles expanded rapidly. Card games are mostly to thank. Pokemon cards are the top choice. Backed by a huge fan base, A ensures steady growth. Some rise while others fall. Outdoor and sports toys, plush toys, and the dolls fell most sharply in 2025. Third, prices are moving to extremes. Toys costing $30 to $69.9. Sales rose 18% from last year, the fastest growth across all price tiers. Products priced $20 plus. Their combined market share has increased by nearly 4 percentage points. On the other hand, products under $5 and those $15, $20 dropped most sharply. What does this show? American consumers still buy toys. They are just more inclined to buy pricier, high quality goods. Cheap goods are losing appeal. Demand for premium products is growing. Fourth, IP licensing remains the core driving force. 2025 year, licensed toys make up 37% of our toy sales, up 18% year on year. Top names on the list are familiar brands like Pokemon, the NFL, Marvel, and Star Wars. This trend follows a clear logic. Fandom culture is becoming the core driver of toy consumption. Whether a new movie debuts, whether for game updates or sports, content remains active. Demand for related toys will always exist. Fifth, social e-commerce is reshaping sales logic. TikTok is becoming a core platform for toy sales. Data shows over 90% of toy sales receive traffic from video content. Pop Mart's performance on TikTok, as is a typical example. Lovable live stream sales have repeatedly topped $1 million in a single session. There is a key insight behind this case. Selling toys on TikTok is not about selling functions. It is about selling scenarios, marketing emotions. Six, tariff pressure will not go away in the short term. Over 75% of toys sold in the US market come from China. Tariffs raise prices. It raises prices per a New York Fed study. Amid extra costs from tariffs, 90% of costs burden US businesses and consumers. Mattel warned that tariffs could cut annual profit by $200 million. But interestingly, 2025 data shows American consumers kept buying toys despite price hikes. They're choosier. They either go for cheap options or pick pricier options. It is the ones in the middle that are struggling the most. Data review, I'll share some personal judgments. First, the adult market is serious, a booming high growth segment. If your product line still only targets kids aged 0 to 12, reconsider your strategy. Second, IP is an amplifier. Products without IP compete only on cost and distribution. IP-driven products, customers pay extra for emotional value. But remember, only IPs that truly drive sales are either film, television, and game IPs with consistent content output, or sports leagues with a stable, loyal fan base. The third observation, mid to high-end products priced $30.70 have strong potential. This range is increasing most quickly. American consumers will pay for quality and experience. Fourth takeaway, social e-commerce is no longer optional. TikTok is reshaping toy sales logic. great storytellers. Get the scenarios right, capture the traffic advantage. Fifth takeaway, tariff pressure will persist short term. This controls costs. Supply chain deployment. Plan your product pricing strategy early. Finally, my personal thoughts. The US market, recently recovered, has revealed a deeper underlying change. Toys are shifting from being just kids' stuff to being for everyone. Adults no longer buy toys just for their children, they buy them for themselves. What does this mean? The text explains product design, marketing's logic. Our channel strategy must adapt. In the past, we only focused on how to get parents to pay for their kids. Now we need to figure out how to get adults to actively buy for themselves. Emotional value, social traits, collectible value. These terms are no longer exclusive to luxury. The toy industry must also adopt them. Sam Toy Industrial Company Limited. I have over a decade of toy industry experience. I've long tracked toy data and the industry trends. If you want to learn more details about the US market, chat with us in the comments. Message US directly.